Most IT professionals fail the Network Plus exam not because they don't know the tech, but because they don't understand how CompTIA asks the questions. In this video, we will cover CompTIA Network Plus N10-008 Practice Exam 30 Critical Questions and Answers. Prepare for your CompTIA Network Plus N10-008 certification with this comprehensive practice exam. In this video, we are breaking down 30 realistic practice questions for the CompTIA Network Plus N10-008 certification, covering networking fundamentals, implementations, operations, security, and troubleshooting. Make sure to pause the video after each question to test your knowledge before we reveal the correct answer and a deep dive explanation. A technician is troubleshooting a network issue and notices that a host can ping other devices on the same subnet but cannot reach any devices on a different subnet. Which of the following is most likely misconfigured? Option A, subnet mask. Option B, default gateway. Option C, DNS server. Option D, MAC address. The correct answer is B. The default gateway is the router interface that allows a host to communicate with devices outside of its local subnet. If a host can communicate locally, same subnet, but not remotely, different subnet, the host likely has an incorrect or missing default gateway address. The subnet mask defines the boundary of the local network. But since local pings work, the mask is likely correct for internal traffic. DNS resolves names to IPs but wouldn't prevent IP-based communication. Which of the following routing protocols uses a composite metric based on bandwidth and delay by default? Option A, OSPF. Option B, RIPv2. Option C, EIGRP. Option D, BGP. The correct answer is C. EIGRP. Enhanced Interior Gateway Routing Protocol. Uses a complex composite metric involving bandwidth, delay, reliability, and load. Though only bandwidth and delay are used by default, OSPF uses cost, based strictly on bandwidth. RIPv2 uses hop count, maximum of 15. BGP uses path attributes, like as path for routing decisions. A security administrator wants to prevent unauthorized switches from being added to the network. Which of the following features should be enabled on the existing switches? Option A, BPD UGuard. Option B, port security. Option C, VLAN trunking. Option D, spanning tree protocol. The correct answer is A. BPD UGuard is used in conjunction with spanning tree protocol. STP. It disables a port if it receives a bridge protocol data unit. BPDU, which is typically sent by other switches. This prevents an unauthorized switch from being plugged into a port intended for an end-user device, like a PC, and potentially becoming the root bridge or causing loops. Port security limits MAC addresses but doesn't specifically target switch-to-switch communication protocols. A user reports that they can access internal resources by IP address but cannot access them by their friendly names, e.g., intranet, company, local. Which tool should the technician use first to diagnose this? Option A, ping. Option B, NSLookup. Option C, Tracert. Option D, ipconfig, release. The correct answer is B. The symptoms describe a failure in name resolution. Since IP connectivity is confirmed, can access by IP. The issue lies with the domain name system. DNS. NSLOOKUP is the primary command line tool used to query DNS servers to see if they are returning the correct IP address for a given hostname. Tracert is for path analysis. And ping, in this context, only confirms connectivity, not specifically name resolution failure causes. Which layer of the OSI model is responsible for logical addressing and routing? Option A, Layer 2 data link. Option B, Layer 3 network. Option C, Layer 4 transport. Option D, Layer 7 application. The correct answer is B. The network layer, Layer 3, handles logical addressing, such as IP addresses, and determines the best path for data to travel across interconnected networks. Routing. Layer 2 deals with physical MAC addresses. Layer 4 handles end-to-end communication and error recovery. TCP, UDP. Layer 7 is where the user interacts with the software application. An organization requires a wireless encryption method that uses AES and provides individualized key management. Which of the following should be implemented? Option A, WEP. Option B, WPA-TCAP. Option C, WPA2PSK. Option D, WPA2 Enterprise. The correct answer is D. WPA2 Enterprise. 802.1x. Uses AES encryption but adds a radius server for authentication. This provides individualized credentials, username, password or certificates, for each user, rather than a single pre-shared key. PSK. Shared by everyone. WEP and WPA-TCAP are deprecated and insecure. WPA2PSK uses AES but lacks individualized key management. Which of the following documents would contain the layout of the cabling, racks, and server rooms in a building? Option A, Standard Operating Procedures, SOP. Option B, Logical Diagram. Option C, Physical Diagram. Option D, Inventory Management. The correct answer is C. A physical diagram shows the actual hardware and cabling layout, including rack locations, floor plans, and port-to-port connections. A logical diagram shows how data flows. IP subnets, VLANs. Regardless of physical location, SOPs describe how tasks should be performed, and inventory management tracks assets. A network administrator needs to connect two switches using a fiber optic cable over a distance of 5 kilometers. Which cable type is most appropriate? Option A, multi-mode fiber, MMF. Option B, single-mode fiber, SMF. Option C, Cat6a UTP. Option D, Cat7 STP. The correct answer is B. Single-mode fiber, SMF, is designed for long-distance transmissions, often reaching up to 40 kilometers or more without repeaters. Multi-mode fiber, MMF, is typically used for shorter distances, usually under 500 to 600 meters. Due to modal dispersion, copper cables like Cat6a or Cat7 are limited to 100 meters. Which of the following ports does the Secure Shell (SSH) protocol use by default? Option A, 21. Option B, 22. Option C, 23. Option D, 25. The correct answer is B. SSH uses TCP port 22. Port 21 is for FTP, File Transfer Protocol. Port 23 is for Telnet, unencrypted remote access. And port 25 is for SMTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. While checking a switch port's statistics, a technician notices a high number of runts and giants. What is the most likely cause? Option A, crosstalk. Option B, duplex mismatch. Option C, faulty NIC. Option D, incorrect VLAN assignment. The correct answer is B. Runts, frames smaller than 64 bytes, and giants, frames larger than 1518 bytes, are often caused by collisions or duplex mismatches. In a duplex mismatch, one side is half duplex, sending and receiving alternately, and the other is full duplex, sending and receiving simultaneously, leading to collisions that fragment frames into runts or cause error counters to spike. How many usable IP addresses are available in a 28 subnet? Option A, 14. Option B, 16. Option C, 30. Option D, 62. The correct answer is A. A 28 subnet mask leaves 4 bits for hosts. 32 minus 28 equals 4. The formula for calculating total hosts is 2 to the power of the host bits, which is 2 to the power of 4 equals 16. However, you must subtract 2 for the network ID and the broadcast address, resulting in 14 usable IP addresses. Which of the following prevents a loop from occurring at layer 2 of the OSI model? Option A, OSPF. Option B, BGP. Option C, STP. Option D, RIP. The correct answer is C. Spanning Tree Protocol, STP, is specifically designed to prevent switching loops in Ethernet networks by dynamically blocking redundant paths. OSPF, BGP, and RIP are Layer 3 routing protocols used for routing packets between networks, not for preventing Layer 2 loops within a switch fabric. A network administrator wants to monitor the health and performance of network devices using a standardized protocol. Which should they use? Option A, SNMP. Option B, SMTP. Option C, HTTP. Option D, LDAP. The correct answer is A. SNMP, Simple Network Management Protocol, is used for collecting information from and configuring network devices such as servers, printers, hubs, switches, and routers on an IP network. It allows for performance monitoring and alerting. SMTP is for email, HTTP is for web, and LDAP is for directory services. Which of the following IPv6 addresses is a loopback address? Option A, FE801. Option B, 1. Option C, 2001 DB81. Option D, FF021. The correct answer is B. In IPv6, the loopback address is 1. This is equivalent to the 127.0.0.1 address in IPv4. FE80. 10 is for link local addresses. FF02. 16 is for multicast. And 2001, DB8. 32 is reserved for documentation purposes. A technician needs to configure a voice VLAN for new VoIP phones. Which of the following should be configured to ensure voice traffic is prioritized? Option A, port forwarding. Option B, COS. Option C, static routing. Option D, NAT. The correct answer is B. COS. Quality of service is used to manage and prioritize network traffic. In the case of VoIP, voice packets are sensitive to delay and jitter. By implementing COS, the technician can ensure that voice traffic receives higher priority over data traffic, like web browsing, preventing dropped calls and audio issues. Which tool is used to verify the physical integrity and pinout of a twisted pair copper cable? Option A, tone generator. Option B, multimeter. Option C, cable tester. Option D, loopback plug. The correct answer is C. A cable tester is designed to check for continuity, shorts, and crossed wires. Pinout. In a network cable, a tone generator probe is used to locate a specific cable in a bundle. A loopback plug tests the port of a NIC or switch. A multimeter tests voltage resistance but is not the primary tool for Cat6 pinouts. A company wants to implement a solution that hides internal IP addresses from the public internet. Which technology does this? Option A, VLAN. Option B, NAT. Option C, VPN. Option D, DHCP. The correct answer is B. NAT. Network address translation allows multiple devices on a private network to share a single public IP address. It effectively hides the internal, private IP addresses of hosts from the outside world, providing a layer of security. VPNs encrypt traffic. VLANs segment networks. And DHCP assigns addresses. Which of the following is a legal agreement between a service provider and a customer that defines performance metrics like uptime? Option A, MO. Option B, SLA. Option C, SO. Option D, MSA. The correct answer is B. An SLA, service level agreement, is a contract between a service provider and a customer that specifies the level of service expected, such as 99.9% uptime or response times. An MO is a memorandum of understanding, less formal. An SOW is a statement of work for a project. And an MSA is a master service agreement. Which of the following protocols operates at the transport layer of the OSI model and is considered connectionless? Option A, TCP. Option B, UDP. Option C, ICMP. Option D, ARP. The correct answer is B. UDP. User Datagram Protocol is a connectionless protocol that operates at layer 4, transport. It does not establish a handshake or guarantee delivery, making it faster for streaming and gaming. TCP is connection-oriented. ICMP operates at layer 3. ARP operates at layer 2/3. A network administrator is configuring a firewall to allow web traffic but wants to block all other traffic. Which rule should be placed at the bottom of the ACL? Option A, permit any. Option B, deny any. Option C, permit port 80. Option D, deny port 22. The correct answer is B. Firewalls use an implicit deny approach. An explicit deny any rule at the bottom of an access control list, ACL, ensures that any traffic not specifically permitted by higher rules is blocked. This follows the principle of least privilege. Placing permit any would render the firewall useless. A technician is installing a wireless access point in a high-density area. To avoid interference, which non-overlapping channels should be used in the 2.4 GHz band? Option A, 1, 2, 3. Option B, 1, 6, 11. Option C, 5, 10, 15. Option D, 2, 7, 12. The correct answer is B. In the 2.4 GHz frequency band, there are only 3 non-overlapping channels, 1, 6, and 11. Using other channels that overlap with these will cause co-channel interference, degrading the performance of the wireless network. What is the primary function of a DNS server? Option A, assigning IP addresses to hosts. Option B, resolving FQDNs to IP addresses. Option C, providing secure remote access. Option D, caching web content. The correct answer is B. The domain name system, DNS, acts like a phonebook for the Internet. Its primary role is to resolve fully qualified domain names, FQDNs, like www.google.com, into IP addresses that computers can understand. Assigning IPs is the job of DHCP. Which attack involves an attacker capturing a password hash and then sending it directly to the server to authenticate? Option A, brute force. Option B, pass the hash. Option C, man in the middle. Option D, DDoS. The correct answer is B. A pass the hash, PTH, attack is a technique where an attacker captures a password hash, rather than the plaintext password, and uses it to authenticate to a remote server. This is possible because many authentication systems do not require the actual password, only the valid hash. Which of the following describes a warm site for disaster recovery? Option A, a fully operational site with real-time data synchronization. Option B, a site with hardware and power but no current data. Option C, a site with only desk space and utilities. Option D, a mobile trailer with basic networking. The correct answer is B. A warm site is a compromise between a hot site and a cold site. It typically has the hardware and network connectivity ready, but the data must be restored from backups before it becomes fully operational. A hot site is fully operational immediately. A cold site is just a shell with utilities. A user's computer has an IP address of 169.254.10.5. What does this indicate? Option A, the computer is connected to a public Wi-Fi. Option B, the DHCP server is unavailable. Option C, the DNS server is misconfigured. Option D, the subnet mask is incorrect. The correct answer is B. The IP address 169.254.x is part of the API-PA, automatic private IP addressing range. Windows clients assign themselves an API-PA address when they are configured for DHCP but cannot reach a DHCP server to receive a valid lease. This indicates a connectivity issue to the DHCP server or a server failure. Which cloud model provides the consumer with the most control over the underlying operating system and hardware? Option A, SaaS. Option B, PaaS. Option C, IaaS. Option D, DaaS. The correct answer is C. IaaS. Infrastructure as a service. Provides virtualized computing resources over the Internet. The consumer has control over the operating systems, storage, and deployed applications. In PaaS platform, the consumer only controls applications. In SaaS software, the vendor manages everything. Which of the following is an example of two-factor authentication, 2FA? Option A, a password and a PIN. Option B, a smart card and a fingerprint. Option C, a username and a security question. Option D, two different passwords. The correct answer is B. Multi-factor authentication, MFA, 2FA, requires factors from different categories. Something you know, password, PIN, something you have, smart card, token, or something you are. Biometrics like fingerprints. Option B uses something you have and something you are. Option A uses two things from something you know, which is not true 2FA. Which of the following is the standard for PoE+, Power over Ethernet? Option A, 802.3 AF. Option B, 802.3 AT. Option C, 802.11 AX. Option D, 802.1 Q. The correct answer is B. 802.3 AT is the standard for PoE+, providing up to 30 watts of power. 802.3 AF is the older PoE standard, up to 15.4 W. 802.11 AX is Wi-Fi 6, and 802.1 Q is used for VLAN trunking. While using a protocol analyzer, you see many ICMP destination unreachable packets. What should you investigate first? Option A, VLAN tagging. Option B, a routing loop or down interface. Option C, a malfunctioning DHCP server. Option D, duplicate MAC addresses. The correct answer is B. ICMP destination unreachable messages are typically generated by routers when they do not have a route to the destination network or when the specific host or port is unavailable. This points to a routing issue, a firewall blocking traffic, or a network interface being down along the path. What is the maximum speed supported by a 1000 Bassett Ethernet connection? Option A, 100 megabits per second. Option B, 1000 megabits per second. Option C, 10 gigabits per second. Option D, 100 gigabits per second. The correct answer is B. The 1000 in 1000 Bassett stands for 1000 megabits per second, MBPs, which is equivalent to 1 gigabit per second, GBPs. The base stands for baseband signaling, and the T stands for twisted pair cabling. That concludes our 30-question deep dive into the CompTIA Network N10-008 exam. How did you do? If you got more than 25 correct, you're in great shape. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more IT certification prep. Comment below with your score or any questions you found tricky. For the full-length practice exams and comprehensive study materials, check the link in the description below.